الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه ونعوذ به من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وبعد. All praise and all glory belong to Allah, Lord and Sustainer of the worlds. We thank Allah Ta'ala for everything. We praise Him in the most excellent way whenever we stand in prayer, whenever we recite Fatiha. We are praising Allah in the most excellent way. Whenever we say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we are acknowledging several things. We are acknowledging our need for Allah, our dependency upon Allah, our desire to return to Allah, our acknowledgement that we came from Allah. These are all things that we repeat in the Salah. So when we stand in the Rak'at and we say the Fatiha, this is an act that we're engaged in. And the witnesses, the unseen witnesses, that Allah refers to in the Quran as Kiram and Katibin, the honorable scribes, are the angels who record your every deed. So every time you stand in the Salah, these angels are recording this deep acknowledgement. This deep acknowledgement. And every time we come to Jumu'ah, every time we put ourselves in a position to hear what Allah wants from us, which is the essence of our Islam, to put ourselves where we can hear what Allah wants from us, what Allah wants from me, not what Allah wants from you. Because everyone's directions, per se, are suited to what they need. Because our Islam is, in its basic sense, a journey. And along the way, we are trying to reclaim something that we were born with. So the Prophet ﷺ says, كُلُّ مَوْلُودٍ يُولَدُ عَلَى الْفِطْرَةِ. And we're very familiar with this word, fitrah. Many Muslims are familiar with this word, fitrah. But we don't really reflect enough on what this means, right? Because the fitrah is your natural state. So when Allah created the human being, he created a natural man and a natural woman. And that man and that woman, Allah created them, and the design was that they would have this fitrah. And what this fitrah is that they knowingly, them as well as their limbs, their entire being is in a constant state of submission to its maker. This is the fitrah described. So even though my mind may be in disobedience, my heart knows the truth. And even though my heart may object, my limbs may do something else. Because unless I am consciously surrendered to Allah, this is what Islam is. This is what Islam is. Because in connection to the blueprint. So Allah Ta'ala describes everyone's state in the Quran. When He says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Ya ayyuhan nas, Ya ayyuhal insan, innaka kadihun ila rabbika kadihan famulaqih. O human being, not O Muslim, not O mu'min, not O believer, O human being, everyone's reality is that they came from Allah, they're on a journey in this dunya, and then they're going back to Allah. And Allah described the journey as tumultuous, toiling, innaka kadihun. So some of us are taking the journey, and we're dragging burdens with us, still going to the destination. The destination is the first point of exit was our mother's wombs. The destination where we are completely separated from this dunya as we experience it and as we know it is the grave. And this is why the ulama say that لِلْقَبْرِ حَقِيقَةً. There's a truth to the grave. That's another stage. So to get through this journey, Allah has given us a blueprint. And the blueprint begins with surrender. So I know that my spirit is having a bodily journey and experience in this dunya. So it's really that the mind and the body, or the spirit and the body, are experiencing the same thing, but their responses can be different. And so what surrender does for you and for me, it calls us back to the spirit, because the journey is a spiritual journey. The fitrah is a spiritual thing. And every human being is born that way. The Prophet ﷺ says, أَبَوَاهُ يُهَوِّدَانِهِ أَوْ يُنَصِّرَانِهِ أَوْ يُمَجِّسَانِهِ. His parents either make him a Jew, a Christian, or a Magian, and oftentimes we get caught up in the semantics, and we like this literal. So don't be a Jew, don't be a Christian, and it doesn't literally mean that. What it means is that your influences in this life will take you away from your fitrah. And so the message that is relevant for us today, brothers and sisters, because we are standing in witness of a time where human beings are struggling. People are struggling. We are living in times where we could arguably say it's almost as if nothing is sacred anymore. What is the meaning of this? People don't believe in the sacred. People don't believe that it's okay for you to have good manners. No, I can just do whatever I want. No, you can't. When did that become acceptable? Well, society can design it so that, yeah, that's acceptable because you're an individual entity and you're here, nobody can tell you what to do. And all of that may be true to a degree. However, your soul knows better. And so you got to stop and you got to listen to your soul. And then you have to put yourself in the position, and this is why I made the reference to Jumu'ah, to hear what Allah wants from you. Because in the Quran, Allah tells you what He wants. And one of the things that Allah wants from us, with our brothers and sisters, is to protect our souls. So when you read how Allah describes the dunya experience, right? We describe it a certain way. And so we talk about the streets, and we talk about the world, and we talk about this. And Allah talks about the dunya. And the word dunya, when we say al-hayat al-dunya, al-hayat al-dunya automatically implies that there are levels to life. So what you and I in this dunya, because when we say dunya, that's an abbreviation of al-hayat al-dunya. So when we say dunya, we're talking about the lowest experience of life as Allah created life, because there's levels. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Ya ayyuhan nas, inna wa'dallahi haqq. O mankind, verily the promise of Allah is true. O mankind, Allah's talking to everybody that He has created and He will create when He says mankind, because He's the creator. Verily, the promise of Allah is true. What promise? What promise is He referring to? The promise that your teacher told you about, your religious teacher, your shaykh, your deen books that you read, the Prophet ﷺ told you about, the other prophets ﷺ, that promise. The promise that forever is not guaranteed, so you don't got forever. That your time is limited, so you act like you know. That you're here for a moment, so you create some urgency to get your life right. To go back to the blueprint and say, wait a minute, am I supposed to be living like this? Invariably, there's a difference between me and an animal. So am I supposed to live like an animal? No, because there's a difference between me and an animal. There's a difference between me when I have knowledge and me when I'm ignorant. So when I understand this, and I understand that Allah has made promises in the sacred books, in the scripture, in the Quran, these are ironclad promises. So when Allah says His promise is true, you have to believe it. And then history stands as a witness to Allah's promise. Because every time human beings think they got it, and this is the sickness and the malady of the human being, this level of arrogance. The angels referred to it when they asked Allah, when Allah showcased Adam. And Allah said, Inni ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa. I'm going to make this creation the caretaker and the guardian of the earth. And the angel said, so you're going to put them in charge? They're spreading corruption, shedding blood. And all we do is praise and glorify you. That's what the angel said. Not like real objection, but curiosity. Really? Yeah, it is. Allah said, Verily, I know that which you do not know. I know best because I'm your maker. I'm your creator. I'm your maker. And so Adam and the progeny of Adam have been repeating certain things. Corruption and bloodshed is a part of the legacy. Not all of it, but a part of it. And history proves every time the human being thinks, I got this. As many human beings are so prone to say today, we got this. World falling apart, we got this. Economy in a shambles, we got this. Wealth inequality off the charts, we got this. Killing to remedy killing, we got this. Because the arrogance of the human being has no limit without the consciousness that they are a creature of Allah. It has no limit. This is what made Fir'aun. This is what made Fir'aun say, Ana Rabbukum al-A'la. And he didn't whisper it. He didn't say, I am your Lord Most High. No, he stood in front of the people in all of his glory, in all of his pomp and circumstance, and his servants, and the gold, and the jewels, and everything. And he proclaimed it out loud. I am your Lord. Now what? Musa and Pharaoh, come on, man, this boy gonna tell me? This boy right here? Moses? He can't even talk. Right? This is what Fir'aun did. And there have been fara'ina. So this notion of Fir'aun being dead and gone, no, that was one big Fir'aun. There are others who were following that blueprint. Because they abandoned the fiqh. Because we weren't created for that. People weren't created to recklessly destroy each other and hurt each other and shed each other's blood and do whatever to secure what's in their interest only. That's not the mandate in the Quran. That's certainly not the mandate in Islam, which makes liars of the people who claim that when they hurt someone and they shout out, Allahu Akbar, that's supposed to be the bow that they tie on their criminal act. Right? Because the Prophet didn't teach them this, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You know that the Prophet's grandson of Hussein, radiyallahu anhu, Hussein ibn Ali, his legacy is that when he stood before oppression, he stood there until the oppressor took him out. He gave his life. Nowhere in his seerah, in Hussein's seerah, did he say that I learned from my grandfather's legacy that by any means necessary, I'm going to get rid of this. No, that's not the prophetic way. The prophetic way was and is that you stand on the truth as you understand it. That's why when the Prophet ﷺ came to a crossroad, he didn't turn it up, right? He didn't go rogue. We're going to go rogue, man. We're going to do it like, listen, let's get as crazy as we can. No. When his companions sat around him and he was stuck. His enemies all around him, he was stuck. And Allah said in the Quran, وَزُلْزِلُوا, they were shook to their core. Their faith was shaken. Now wait a minute. You said you're the prophet. You said Allah sent you. Why ain't Allah helping you? In this moment. The Quran tells us. The companions said, some of them, Mata Nasrullah. Okay, when is it coming? Allah sent inspiration to the Prophet not to tell them, we coming right now. Here come the angels, hold up y'all, the backup is coming. No. Allah told the Prophet to tell them, Ala inna nasrullahi qareeb. Verily Allah's victory is coming soon. So that means y'all gotta wait. Y'all gotta act like your creation and He's the creator. You have to do that. This is why the Prophet ﷺ, when people ridiculed him, they did all kinds of stuff to the Prophet. You never find one account, not one, of him flipping out, choking somebody out, stomping somebody, ordering them to be killed because they didn't listen to him. You won't find one account like that. Not one. The person that it could be argued that the Prophet legitimately, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, despised was a man named Wahshi. And the man named Wahshi did what? His owner, the Prophet's aunt, one of his aunts, paid him to kill the Prophet's uncle. And he did it. Now, in any culture, but especially in tribal Bedouin culture, that's blood. You shed blood, so we shed blood. So the Prophet ﷺ had a legitimate dilemma because he was from those people. That was his uncle, but it was also his family. But he didn't shed blood, but his heart was hurt. So, Wahshi became Muslim. Wahshi went to meet the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet couldn't look at him. But because he was the messenger of Allah, he understood, I don't get to do whatever I want to do. I don't get to do that. The human condition today is that the environment is full of these false promises. You are going to do it. You're going to fix it. The answer's with you. And if I don't listen to you, or you don't listen to me, then you're the problem. And if you're not really grounded, it's easy for people to get caught up. This is why people, especially impressionable young people or people who are not secure in their faith, this is how extremists can pluck them off. We got to do something. Something that Allah's not doing, because that's what you're implying. If you got to fix it, why you have to fix it? I mean, this is one of the legitimate explanations for why someone would think it's okay to do some of the horrendous acts that we hear about. In the name of God. Right? This is a spiritual sickness. Not unlike the sickness of the people who came shortly after the Prophet ﷺ, and they chastised some of the great companions, the Khawarij, the Kharijites. One of their essential points of theology was, the Quran says this, y'all not doing it, your blood is halal. Something that the Prophet ﷺ himself did not do. So Allah says, getting back to the verse, فَلَا تَغُرَّنَّكُمُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا وَلَا يَغُرَّنَّكُمْ بِاللَّهِ الْغَرُورُ. Therefore, do not let the vain falsehood of the world fool you. Because we can be fooled and deceived and tricked and lulled to sleep and hypnotized by the glitter, the attraction, the call, the pull of this dunya. And we can be sleepwalking like zombies. Just like, they watch The Walking Dead, just like that. You're walking around. Not really understanding that this dunya and all that's in it belongs to Allah. It don't belong to me. It don't belong to the highest power in the country, in the world. It belongs to Allah. الأرض لله يورثها من يشاء من عباده والعاقبة للمتقين. الأرض لله. The earth belongs to God. It belongs to Allah. Not you, not your family, not your tribe. But human beings haven't learned this lesson. This is why they repeat the same thing. Somebody comes along and thinks they're going to do something that they will never do. And it sounds as silly as someone saying they're going to come up with a remedy for death. A remedy. We're going to, so death is a problem. How can we solve this problem? Some scientist in the lab trying to solve the problem, he dies. So the next one comes along. Well, wait a minute, didn't you learn from bro right there? This is really serious sickness. It's really serious. And the clarity that we are blessed with is that we say, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. But when we stand in prayer, we must reflect on that reality. That's your reality. That makes you a blessed person. See, oftentimes we don't, or we forget, I should say, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given every person what they need. So when Allah talks about your rizq, He's given it to you already. You have everything that you need. And still, as a human being, black people are no different. You're looking for something else outside of us. This is the phenomenon of waiting around for somebody else to do it for us. Or you're not doing it quite exactly the way I think, so I'm going to look all around everywhere else. Or the way that this phenomenon manifests as a sickness. And so we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this blessed day of Jumu'ah to cure us from this sickness. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do not let the world fool you and do not let the deceiver trick you. Who is the deceiver, capital D? Shaitan. People act like Shaitan doesn't exist. People act like Shaitan doesn't exist. And Shaitan made a vow. It's in the Quran as well. Shaitan said, لَأُضِلَّنَّهُمْ Wallahi, I'm going to do dalal. I'm going to know the right way and tell them to go that way. I know the right way is straight, I'm going to tell them to go left. وَلَأُمَنِّيَنَّهُمْ And I'm going to make them empty promises. Yeah, you got time, man. Yeah, keep on. Oh yeah, somebody else will solve. Oh yeah, it's going to come around. Somebody eventually will do it. And there's layers to this. It's like the belief that, Jesus Christ can die for your sins. This is how the inclination of the human being not to be accountable. I'm not accountable. The Quran says you are, but our nature, I'm not responsible. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. You can't go anywhere with that. I can't go in my grave with that. But Shaitan was false hope. Right? So Allah says, do not let the deceiver trick you. He says, Inna shaytana lakum adu fatakhiruhu aduwa. Verily, Satan is an avowed enemy. What does that mean? Because he said, Wallahi, I will lead them astray. With your permission, of course, Allah. Wallahi, he said, So he's an avowed enemy. And so we have to be very aware that Shaitan has influence, and he has minions, and he has helpers. And we cannot be spiritually naive. Spiritually naive means that I don't have to invest in protecting my soul from that, because the assault is real. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us, our families, our children, from the assault on the spirit. ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. It's true. Brothers and sisters, the answers that we seek are with us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us clear instructions. And as long as we are honest and true to the instructions, right, inshallah, we stand to bode well. Right? But whenever we seek something else, right? And so a part of, the danger of today is this abandonment of religion. Like you see people it's very subtle in many ways. Like you can have a lot of conversations with people, but the moment you start talking about God, the double, triple take, really, that old archaic stuff, you still believe in God? Like science has figured out all the answers to the mysteries of the universe. That's a bold-faced lie, first of all, but anyway. All of these things to diminish, to chip away at one of your foundations, the foundation of your existence, is your belief in a power that is greater than you, that created you, that got you to where you are today. That you would be nothing without that power. That if the limbs obey the Creator and not your neural impulses in your body, because the soul obeys Allah. So what if Allah made it so that it's like a plug, you just pull it out? But there's nature, and there's science, and there are things that help us to understand things better. So we know the body doesn't work that way. But that doesn't mean that Allah doesn't control the body. This is why He says in the Quran, Allah يتوفى الأنفس حين موتها والتي لم تمت في منامها. When it's time for a soul to die, to leave, Allah is the one that calls the soul back. And we could all be there. Come on, man, you can do it. No, don't leave. It's not time. And the soul is obeying its Creator. And even when we go to sleep, the Prophet called this a little death. So when you wake up, it's not because you were such a great person and great shape and you did. No. Allah told your soul to wake up. That's really what it is. So you wake up by the grace of Allah. And you live another day. These are the little blessings that if we begin to reflect on them, we will find that there's a lot within us where we can amplify the glory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through our action. If only we can weed through this stuff, there's so much confusion. Allah says in the Quran, وَالْفِتْنَةُ أَشَدُّ مِنَ الْقَتْلِ وَالْفِتْنَةُ أَشَدُّ مِنَ الْقَتْلِ. Allah says in Surah Al-Baqarah that persecution, oppression, and confusion are worse than death. Why are they worse than death? Because the quality of life with persecution with oppression, with confusion, really sucks. The quality of life, the quality of spiritual life. And we are witnessing some of this. So much confusion. Up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left. No truth, your truth, my truth, his truth, her truth. Everybody got a truth. It's confusion. This isn't both for a good quality of spiritual life. And so people are desperate, frustrated. Be not a confused Muslim. Allah gave you Islam. Allah gave you Islam. All you got to do is read the Quran and think about, that really makes a lot of sense. I'm not talking about, some of us, especially the brothers, we want to read Ayatul Hudud. So what's the had? We get technical definitions for words. Nah, man, chill. Halal, what's halal, and listen. What does Allah say about him? What does Allah say about you? Because that verse, all of us can understand that. You don't need a mufassir. You don't need tafsir. When Allah says, Qul huwallahu ahad, that is self-explanatory. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. That is self-explanatory. If you got that, you got a lot. You read those verses, you make prayer with some thought, with some calm, and some reflection. You make dua, and you do some good every day. You are good. Trust me. This is the spiritual path. This is the path that you must invest in for your soul's well-being. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us, to keep us all on the straight path, to forgive us whenever we stray, to pick us up whenever we fall, to return us back to the straight way. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep our families safe, our children, and the future generation of our community. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show them through our behavior and more certain that from Allah we come and to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala we will return. Allah wa sallu ala sayyidil mursaleen wa imam al-muttaqin faqad amarakum Allah bidhalika fi kitabihi al-aziz فقال جل من قائل إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك وأنعم على عبدك ورسولك نبينا محمد وارض اللهم عن الصحابة والتابعين ومن تبع هديهم وهداهم إلى يوم الدين وارض اللهم عنا معهم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. أقم الصلاة.